All right, what's good, everybody? This is the one and only GM, and today I got a special joint. I'm gonna start a podcast series where I'm gonna start interviewing all kinds of different players. So today we got the one and only Real Noodle from Texas. He a real good law player. Y'all might have seen me play him a bunch of times. He also goes ham on his stream. Yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself, man. Tell us where you from, and tell us what made you start playing with law.
Man, so my Tekken journey has been pretty crazy. I started playing Tekken real young as a kid, like everybody else, because I'm 27 now. So I remember being a young kid going to the arcades, playing Tekken 3, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, Soul Calibur, everything. I really loved Tekken 3 as a kid. I played a lot of Horong, man, a lot of Horong back then. My competitive journey started. It's funny and Tekken Revolution. I know that's like a really scrubby game. It was free to play, pure online. I saw Law. He's one of the free to play characters. I said, "Word, Bruce Lee. That's what I'm gonna play." I think the first time I played online, I went on a 20 game win streak, spamming back 3+4 and Dragon Tail. I was like, "All right, I'm pretty good, right? Like I'm gonna keep at it." Eventually, got into tag two. Highest rank I could achieve was green rank. I played double Law, double Lee, and then it's just stopped playing Tekken. I got into DOA. I got into Soul Calibur. Soul Calibur 6 was like the first local tournaments I started going to. And in my local scene, we had two like world class players there. So it was really dope. It's a good learning experience. And then I switched from that, came back to Tekken. That's where my heart is. I think it's about Tekken 7 season 2, season 3, something like that. And grinding my way up to, I'm sure you remember this, GM, all the way to Emperor rank with Lee. That's how I met you.
Hmm.
First time we played, you bodied me super hard. You were like, "Yeah, man, don't play Lee no more. Play Law." So I was like, "All right, bet. I'm gonna go back to Law." Man, and that's pretty much it. And stuck to it through there. Made it all the way to TGP, Law, Shaheen, Lee, Lay. That's pretty much all the characters I play.
That's what's up, man. You know what's funny too? The Tekken Revolution joint. I remember when that joint came out, right? Because that came out when Tag Two was still hot in tournaments and joint, right?
Right,
So like
right.
some people were hyped with Tekken Revolution, and like people be asking me like, "Yo, GM, you play that Tekken Revolution joint?" And I said, "Nah, I don't really mess with that joint." But I played it like one time, and I saw that they got like power level. It was like the first time they had little power level joints, right? Where your
Yeah,
character could
with the
become
level.
stronger, level up and shit. Like I was like, yo, this is mad weird, bro. The one
Yeah.
thing I liked it that made me go back to it is because I missed one Tekken, bro.
Mm-hmm.
After playing tag two for mad long with all the crazy meta with the Lars, Heihachi, Bruce, and teams and all of that, I was like, yeah, I missed one Tekken. Then I played it. I kid you not, I played Tekken Revolution twice. That's it. I played that joint two times, and that's it, bro. And I remember Lee had the back 3+4 joint,
Mm-hmm. That was
and
the red move.
and then they gave it to him in T7. You know, so that's what's up. That's
Yeah.
crazy. That was your first Tekken game, because honestly, that joint not even Tekken. That joint was like some gotcha game, bro, with the power level system and stuff. And the Eliza appeared in that.
Yeah, yeah, and that was the first appearance of Eliza. One thing I really liked about Tekken Rev that most people kind of, I feel like, didn't appreciate was in juggles, there was no bound or screw. So it kind of was like playing Tekken 5 in a sense. Like all the juggles were super old school. I really loved that. It was like super fun. But it was like Tekken 5 combos, right? With no bound or screw, with tag two like wall breaks and balcony breaks.
I remember, yeah, yeah, it had the old school
Yeah,
Tekken 5 joints in it. Yeah, I remember
yeah.
that. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so let's talk about Tekken 8 and what you feel about what they doing with Law. Cause honestly, dude, that whole joint with the nunchucks, that's random that they put more weapons in Tekken, at least for me, because Yoshimitsu was the only dude that had weapons. So now
Right.
Law is actually getting a nunchucks, and I think that helps him a lot, because Law's issue has always been like range. His like, you know what I'm saying? He got the
Mhm.
short arms boys with the DF1. Now with the nunchucks, he got that reach now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm wondering if like how many moves he has based off the nunchucks. You know what I'm saying? Because he could be like a Negan
Oh
type of
yeah,
character now. You know what I'm saying? With the keep out with the nunchucks, and you
yeah.
saw too that the downfall, whatever that launcher was, that it don't launch with the nunchucks when he don't got meter, when he got the heat joint. When he got the heat
Mhm.
joint, that joint is a combo. So what you think about Law and Tekken 8?
Man, I'm actually really excited. Most people who know me know I kind of have my ups and downs with Law, how I feel about the character, but he's looking promising in 8. There was one thing that I think a lot of people unnoticed in the trailer, but he has a whole new jab extension. And that's mainly the one move I'm really excited about
Oh,
because yeah, the ender is his while standing 1-2 ender. So he like the punch. So I'm thinking that's got to be like a knockdown, a counter hit knockdown, anything safe on block, a counter hit setup on block, like how you do with Lee and everything. So that's kind of how I'm thinking. I'm really excited about the nunchuck move too, because even in without heat, it's not a launcher. It's still going to be like a knockdown, which is like I think Law is really strong with knockdowns because you have to take the 50-50 down back three, slide, dragon hammer. It's really good. And talking about heat, right? We all saw the chip damage. And heat, the chip damage is insane. And Law is just gonna jab you, down back three, jab you. And
yeah.
that's gonna chip you so incredibly fast.
Yeah, word. That's the one thing I'm worried about too. Cause like characters like Law, cause Law with that dragon hammer, he gonna make you block. So
Yep.
you losing chip damage, you just gonna lose chip damage. He's gonna make you block with the jab strings and the full 1+2. So characters like Steve is gonna be a problem too. When you make you block
Yeah.
all that flicker stuff and all that. I'm trying to guess if because I think Law's heat move is Dragon Hammer, right?
Remember in the trailer when they were showing Paul like all the heat stuff and he
Yeah,
had his plus on block like mid move? I think based on that, every move that's like a dragon hammer type of move is going to be like a heat engager or
yeah, it
whatever
makes
the
sense.
term
Yeah.
was.
So maybe Law's joined his full 1+2. Who knows? We don't know yet, right?
And I
So
feel like that's actually going to be like insanely strong, insanely because it's going to chip you. It's going to probably be even more plus on heat because usually it's just +3, right? So like
yeah,
it's still
word.
kind of scary, but imagine if that's like +5. And he has like a frame trap in low, and then
Yeah,
like
and then you gotta guess have to eat the down back three,
yeah,
and then you
it'll be
gotta
crazy.
keep blocking. I was gonna ask you, Ton. When it comes to the whole chip damage stuff, right? Do you think because you know how people be like in Tekken 7 movement is not very viable, right? Because the movement isn't too good.
Right.
Do you think in Tekken 8, do you think the movement is gonna be better, or do you think they're gonna leave it like the same as Tekken 7? And also, do you think movement is gonna be more important in Tekken 8? Just because if you sit there and block, you eating chip damage. Like, do you think like people should learn how to sidestep and move more so they don't get chipped up all day in heat, or you think? Because I think the meta is gonna be like most people, they just gonna just armor out of the situation. That's what I think is gonna happen. They're gonna get rushed down and they just gonna make a hard read with a hop kick, a duck, or armor move. But do you think
Right.
movement is gonna? You think movement is gonna be more important in Tekken 8? That's basically what I'm trying to say. Word.
Basically, what I saw in the trailer, and maybe people think I'm crazy, but they did show some sidesteps in the trailer, and that sidestep, like the space made, is like way bigger than what I've seen male characters in general make in Tekken 7. So I genuinely do think that they buffed the movement. Maybe it's not like a tremendous buff. Maybe they just make everybody's movement kind of like Safina, like Cootie in Tekken 7.
I
So
wish that would be great.
right? That would be insane.
Yeah,
But like, there's no way they're gonna force you to block all these crazy moves and then force you to do a power crush because I feel like every character's power crush is not equal.
yeah, nah, yeah,
Like Lee and Law, right? Like ours is launch on block.
yeah,
There's no way they're gonna make us block jabs all day and then throw out a power crush. Like we have to have movement. I feel like
yeah.
yeah, it's almost necessary, right?
Yeah, because you don't want to throw out 4-4-3 with Law and get launched if it gets blocked, right? Or me do back 3+4. Oh shit, I hope it. You know what I'm saying? You don't want that to happen, right? But we got counter hit characters. Like I said too, I think it also depends on how plus the heat stuff is. Because we don't know how plus it is. They ain't say. They ain't say if that joint +6, +5,
Yeah.
+3. So it all depends. If that joint is on some joint like Dragonov's running 2 on block, that's gonna be rough.
Oh, that's gonna be a bad game to play. But
Every time you block, yeah.
they did say in the trailer they were like slight frame advantage. So, maybe it's like pretty low numbers, like maybe like +3, possibly, right?
Yeah, because plus 3 will make you so you could like smooth, crush. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you still got
Reversal.
options. Yeah, right. That game is gonna be really nutty, man. Like I really feel like the strongest characters are gonna be characters that make you block plus on block moves in the 50-50 launchers, like Mishima's. I feel like Jin, for example, would be kind of insane.
He's gonna
Like
be meets
imagine,
out. Yeah.
yeah, like you gonna block like a super plus on block, you're gonna respect, and he's gonna forward three you or hell sweep you.
I saw too. His heat dash joint. He 442 the dude on block, and it's like, and then he did it on hit. I'm like, I'm wondering how plus that is, because if that joint is actually plus, yo, when Jin runs at you, that's gonna be scary, because he could the hell sweep you, right?
Right,
He could
right.
probably
Like
do
he,
cross dash one in your face, like down back four. Like it's just scary, man. I think it's more scary. I think maybe on block it's probably gonna be punishable or something. On hit is gonna be scary because moves like 442 and pause deafus, you mostly use it to whiff punish, right? So people usually use it to whiff punish. So imagine eating a whiff punish, and then after you get whiff punish, you have to guess a 50-50 right after you eat that, because that's what's gonna happen. You deafus, heat dash, 50-50 with demo, and you don't know if he's gonna do the heat, whatever engager, whatever that joint is called,
which does mad
the
damage.
the, the
It used to
OD
wipe
demo,
off. Yeah, the
like
OD one.
the OD one. And we don't know too, because you know something about Demo Man, right? Is that
Mhm.
Demo Man, um, it only knocks down a clean hit, right?
You're right.
I'm wondering if the engager joint, the OD one, I'm wondering if that doesn't have to hit on clean hit, and that joint just
Oh,
always
that's
sweeps
a
you.
really good point.
So
Yeah.
we don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that would be insanely strong. I also feel like it's kind of weird to make like Death Fist type of move, the like dash joint, the Usain Bolt type of thing, because usually Death Fist is pretty punchable on block, right? So does that just mean these moves are like super safe on block, even plus now? Like that's kind of you know what I mean. I feel like that literally fundamentally changes the game and like how you approach certain matchups now.
Yeah. I think Defis and stuff will still be unsafe. I think if you do Defis in the dash, you're gonna get launched. That's what I think.
I hope so. Hey,
Yeah, I think so. Because it'll be too. The
Vanquish
game will
should
be
hire you.
broken. Yeah, the game will be
Right.
broken. It wouldn't make no damn sense if the Def is blocked. Grab. Like, come on, like that's mad silly, bro. That's mad. That game will be too OD. Imagine, because then it'll go to the point that you have to guess, bro, if
Right.
when to punish Defis and when not. Imagine you try to do like, I don't know, like you do Defis, right? And you a Mishima play, you try to electric it on block, right? And this dude Paul does Defis, dash, and a quarter for one in your face, and he go
You
under
can
your
die for it
electric.
too.
Yeah, word or yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't know yet. It's all speculation. Like everybody just talking shit. We don't know.
You,
It's fun
you
to
know
talk
what's a
about
weird
though.
thing? You know what's a weird thing we saw in the trailer though? They
Yeah,
showed when Paul was in heat and he got the counter hit Magic 4 and it didn't give a combo. It like knocked him on the ground. I don't know if you
I
remember
saw
that.
that. That was weird. Yeah, that was weird.
That's weird, right? So I'm wondering if they kind of took out Magic 4 counter hit just like out the game as a full combo.
Um, that'll hurt a lot of characters. Honestly, it would. Like,
I feel like it really would change like how the Tekken Pokken game works, right? Because
yeah, because people do complain about Magic 4 a lot. So, but it will hurt like specific characters. I think Law will get hurt by that too. Any
oh for
character that
sure.
relies on Magic 4 a lot. If Shaheem is in the game, Julia, Julia, like that's one of
Yeah.
her. Because without that, she's gonna have to do raw G clef cannon all day.
Yep.
That's pretty punishable. So some characters really require Magic 4. So if they take that out, that's gonna change the meta of the game a lot. So
1,000%. Yeah, I feel like if they did that too, it kind of wouldn't be Tekken. 'Cause I feel like that's like such a identity type of thing of Tekken, right? Like making people block DF1s and then hitting them with Magic 4 because they try to like mid check you back.
yeah,
And
exactly.
like no,
Where
right, right. Like I feel like that's such a basic concept of Tekken.
yeah, that sets up the counter hit mind games. Yeah, imagine if you do Magic 4 and they just go like that. You know what I'm saying? They back in the game. I'm like, come on, man. Like they can't do that. I just do you think they should buff like the ground game? Like I don't know. I know you didn't play T6, but pokes they hurt a lot in that game. They buff the damage on poking. Do you want the damage on poking to increase? And do you think the damage on combos should get nerfed if they buff the damage on pokes? So what would you like to see out of Tekken in the future for Tekken 8? What would you change about the game to make the game better?
Man, I would love it like that. Like if it was more like about the ground game and not just kind of like going meets out, super ham, like just 50-50 launching people because it a lot of the time in Tekken 7, at least for me when I play as like a really poke like aggressive character, it feels like when I lose, I didn't really get out poked. I didn't get sidewalk, whatever it was. It was more like damn, like I just didn't guess right on defense between
Yeah.
like a 50-50. You know what I mean? And it's like it hit them with like 5 pokes in Tekken 7. They get a random down forward two, and like they've done more damage than my pokes.
Yeah, silly. Yeah.
So right, so like I feel like ground game really isn't as important in Tekken 7, at least not in the level that I play of like high level and like lower, because everybody's just trying to like launch you, right? I feel like in top level, like Knees playing you, like Astro Boy, like all these people, right?
Yeah.
That it's more so about the ground game, who got the defense. So I don't know. It's really weird. I hope like Tekken 8 is more focused on the ground game. That's how it seems it's going because they're doing like making you block all these moves. I guess it just really shows like what type of new moves are they putting? Are they nerfing the damage, the combo damage? Because everybody's saying that the combo damage looks to be small, but I'm thinking like they're doing like really unoptimal combos, like
Yeah.
W2. You know what I mean? Like, and
Mhm.
these combos are still doing damage. I feel like combo damage is going to be kind of even higher than Tekken 7.
Yeah, I think so too, man. Like, cause usually, like developers, they know how to make games, but they don't know how to play them. So the
Right.
combos they doing are like probably like basic ghost battle, go into practice mode. You know, put the joint and it does it for you type of joint. Like they're not gonna do no meets out combo. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna have their meet out and do the combo and it's gonna be like the max. They're not doing that. So some people
Right.
saying yeah, the damage output look lower, but I agree with you. I think the game is gonna be more 50-50 base
Hmm.
and they want people to you know they want to simplify it, you know what I'm saying, like because adding like
1,000%.
sidestepping and stuff and they just want to simplify, you know, mid low 50-50. But like I don't know, like what Majin said too when Majin was doing his little stream or whatever, he said, I also said it too, I think by adding all this heat stuff is actually making it more complicated for new players. Because let's be real,
Yeah.
because even us that we play Tekken, when we look at the heat joint, that joint is complicated. There's a lot of different heat dash, heat engager, heat meat. Like there's too many different heats. So it's like, yo, that's a lot for like a pro or like somebody that knows how to play Tekken to like really study. So I think a new player is gonna see all of that and they just probably gonna just go ham right when the game come out. Right when they get heat, they just gonna just eradicate, just use all of it. So I think in general it's gonna make it really harder for like new players to get into that. Um so I got another question too. When it comes to Tekken as a whole, like what's your goals as a Tekken player? Like with law or just in the game in general? Like what's your goals as a player? If you you know you stream or whatever, what's your goals and everything when it comes to Tekken and everything?
So I got a few goals when it comes to Tekken specifically. One on the competitive side, I kind of just want to bop all these new kids and kind of just be like the face of the new generation of players.
I feel
That's
you.
really like yeah, it's kind of like the only thing that I really care about because I'm not too worried about like traveling to majors, this and that. I might just do it just once or twice, beat who I want to beat, and then I'm good.
Yeah, I feel
I
you.
feel like yeah, I feel like my main focus is more like I kind of want to get into the content side of things. Like I've figured out that I really enjoy just streaming Tekken 7. I want to get into making YouTube videos, like how you do it, Majin, the main man, like all these people who are like killing the game. It's kind of inspiring. It makes me want to jump into it and just see what could happen because you never know until you try.
Yeah, I feel you now. That's a good way to look into things because content is big, and I say when it comes to traveling, competing, it's always good to do it like once or twice if you really want to like try to like see where you at in love terms of skill. If you want to prove yourself a couple of times, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? We got the TWT coming up, so that's for
Yeah,
people that really still care about Tekken. You know what I'm saying? They want to go out there, but I think the best time for you to travel, I think Tekken 8. When Tekken 8 comes out, you could just go to a couple of the few first ones because that's like that would definitely help you build your stream too. People would definitely watch you. Like they see, oh, this guy real Noodle with Law. You seen him? Like he's mad ham. They a lot of casuals gonna watch Second Eight, especially when it first comes out. That's the perfect time to
yeah.
that's the perfect time. So yeah, that's some good goals, man. Like just do everything, man. If you could go to some events, do it. You know what I'm saying? If you stream, keep streaming because you funny too. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that.
The videos too. That's a good idea too. So word, man. That's all good stuff, man. Let me see for another question I got for you. Um, how do you feel about the whole online Tekken scene, like just online Tekken in general? And how does it differ to like when you go to locals, when you play people in person and stuff like that? The interactions you have with people online and offline. Like how do people change? How people are different? Offline, online gameplay, all of that sort of stuff.
Man, as someone who actually goes to the local scene and has gone to it for many different games, Soul Calibur, Smash, Tekken, just to name a few, the online offline scene are polar opposites. Online, you run into a lot of toxicity, people who trash talking. You can just check Twitter, you see almost every single day, you would just see like Tekken Twitter beef almost every single day,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
But offline, in my local scene and everybody when I've traveled to other regionals, this and that, other games, I've never had a problem with anybody offline. It's like the energy is so entirely different, man. Like when you go to a tournament in person, all you're doing is making friends.
Yeah.
Like friends for life. Some of my friends that I've met in Smash scene years and years ago, still some of my closest friends to this day. And I don't even play the game anymore. So that's just really dope, right? And like you could just beat somebody online, for example. You could just no round brown them one time. Now they absolutely hate you as a person, even though they know nothing about you as a person.
Yeah, it's OD. Yeah.
It's literally like the craziest thing, man. It's something I just kind of can't understand. So personally, I kind of just stay away from all the social media, Twitter, FGC type of stuff. I find it's kind of discouraging. Like it makes you want to not play the game. It makes you
Yeah.
want to not be involved in the scene whatsoever.
I agree with you on all of that. Yeah, it's a different levels to it. You know what I'm saying? Because when I
Right.
went to locals and traveled, like everybody's cool and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You could play games with everybody. Everybody's nice, and then online there's a different energy, bro. It's like you went to the zoo. All right, this is what offline Tekken is like. Offline Tekken is like going to the zoo, but all the animals are locked in cages, right? You know what I'm saying? So you could look at it. It's nice and shit, and everything's cool. Online Tekken is like a zoo, but all the animals is out. So everybody's just going wild. You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
can't you can't pet. You know what I'm saying? You can't give banana, whatever the fuck they eat. You know what I'm saying? They just wilding out. So that's like the best analogy I can make, man. People, you know, offline people are calm, they cool. You know what I'm saying? Good games, give you advice, they chill.
Right.
Online, people just I don't know, they turn into like Ghostface from Scream, bro. They put that mask on and like they just wild out. Like, you know what I'm
Whole
saying?
different person, man.
Yeah,
Like it's
whole
crazy because a lot of dudes that you'd have beef with online, just for any individual, right? When you meet them offline in person, completely different person, dude.
yeah, it's
The
weird,
energy,
man.
it's the energy. Like they want to fight you online, they want to beat you up, this and that, and then you meet them offline, and they're in the corner by themselves, like looking at the wall. Like,
Yeah, yeah, word. Like looking at a hole on the wall, whatever they like to do. You know what I'm saying? So word.
right,
Yeah, it is what it is, man. But I got another question too, because you said you play a lot of different fighting games, right?
mhm.
So for DOA, how was the experience in the DOA community? Because I know Emery Reigns, he was mad cool. And I never really got to meet too many DOA players. I know my man Ichiran. Ichiran is dope. He played Tekken and he played DOA also. He cool. He always been cool to me. I know they troll him and stuff, but he's a cool dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I never really got to meet DOA people. Oh yeah, Tom Brady. Tom Brady, he's mad dope. He used to play DOA and Mortal Kombat, and I know Perfect Legend. So
oh yeah.
how's the difference of you being in the DOA community compared to Tekken? What's the difference between the two communities, and how was your experience being a Dead or Alive player?
I would say honestly, like just based on like the online aspect of the two communities, it's not much difference. There's a lot of beef, a lot of drama, a lot of clicks. It's I feel like that's kind of the same thing for most fighting games, you know. But that game, because I really only played DOA 5, and I played Jackie Bryant, which is like the Virtual Fighter guest character. This is all back in like 2015, 2016. And I primarily just played online. This is kind of like the era when like everybody played online fighting games, but everybody was on Wi-Fi, and none of us complained. Because I used to be a Wi-Fi warrior, straight up on Wi-Fi, and it was dope, man. Like that's kind of really where I learned like frame data. That's how I learned like how to poke, how to make some reads, and I feel like that mentality of DUA transitioned into my playstyle of Tekken. That's kind of why a lot of times when we play, even when I hit you like on hit, I always delay my timing, and you know that, so you counter hit me.
Yeah, word. That makes
But
sense
yeah,
though.
yeah. So it's like because I'm so used to hitting somebody and putting them in stun and having like a little bit of freedom. But man, I used to play with Emery Reigns too. I played him a few times. There's one dude named Hoodless. I think he was kind of like the main DOA streamer at the time.
Yeah, I know. I heard of him. Yeah.
And then there's also I remember being friends with E-Man, Electrified Man.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure you remember him. He played Electric
Electric
Tekken.
Man. Yeah, Electric Man. He
Yeah,
played
yeah,
Link
yeah.
Zayu. I used to call him Electric Static Shock Man. I know him. Yeah,
Yeah.
Electric Man.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool, man, that a lot of us DOA players transitioned into other fighting games too, and some of us did pretty well. So I enjoyed my time with DOA. I've definitely moved on from that community and from that game. My heart's definitely in Tekken 1,000%.
Would you ever go back to DOA? Like if a new game came out?
If a new game came out, man, I don't know, man. I have to see because what they did with DOA 6 was kind of stiff, right? Like I didn't really
Yeah,
like that. But if they go back to how DOA 5 is, because I still feel like to this day DOA 5 was. I know this may sound crazy, but the best 3D fighting game I ever made. It was the most fun. I felt like
that's
it
OD.
had. Yeah, I feel like it had extreme depth, like the way the poking worked, like reading the grabs, like it was really dope, right? And they have to bring my character back. They have to add the virtual fighter characters because I'm not too big of a fan of the DOA roster. I don't really like Jan Lee, so I always play the Bruce Lee character.
Yeah,
And if I can't play Bruce Lee, I try to play like a whole wrong type of character. I don't really
I
like
feel you.
Big too
Yeah,
much. Yeah, so
yeah. People DOA. That game is for the boys, if you know what I mean.
all right.
Like to be honest with you, if I were to play that, I would play Hayabusa, or I'll play the chick with the pink hair, the ninja chick.
Oh yeah, Ayana.
Ayana, yeah, I'll play with her. Yeah, I rocks with her. She cool looking. So yeah, that's what I would play. It looked like a dope game, but I will get into it, but it depends too. You know what I'm saying? Because playing Tekken is too much work, man.
Yeah, like playing multiple fighting games, especially at the same time, and trying to do it at like a top level,
Yeah,
almost sounds impossible, right?
because I
I
did
mean,
the with KOF, and I was playing KOF for a minute, but I stopped because the matchmaking was bad. So
yeah.
and so according to this, we have a remaining of 8 minutes and 20 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm gonna get to the last few questions.
All right,
Um,
bet.
are you interested in Street Fighter 6, and would you play it?
I'm not too interested. I mean, I kind of am because like Ken's in the game. He's my favorite Street Fighter,
Yeah,
and he looks really dope in that game, man. But I don't know what it is. I just can't do like the inputs in 2D games.
I feel you. Yeah, this is they got the easy mode. If you want to do the scrub joint, just press one button. You be like,
Nah,
"Hadouken,
I got
Kim,
I got to be
Kim."
godlike, dude. I got to do it perfectly.
I
But
feel you.
it's just like even like 2Ds in general, they're just like really really fast, right? Like they play super fast. I feel like I don't know, maybe I'm too old. Like I can't like react in time. I
I feel
can't
you.
hit
Yeah,
burst.
it's a different term of speed. Like you gotta have the
Yeah,
reactions in your face. Like when God throwing Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom, it's like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Or when Zangief is in your face trying to scoop you up, there's a lot of reactions. It's fast, quick time, boys. So
yeah.
word. So all right, so tell everybody where they can follow you, your Twitch, your Twitter, everything. Just let everybody know about so they can follow you.
Man, my Twitch is real_noodle. That's where you can follow me. And if you want to follow my Twitter, it's real_noodle95. And I appreciate all the follows, all the love, everything.
There you go, people. So be sure to follow Noodle, man. He's a funny dude. Um, his law is real good, man. If y'all want to learn how to play law, I'm sure he'll be able to answer any questions you have about martial law. If you want to get into it, he also was a Smash player before too. So you can
Hmm.
ask some questions about even Smash Brothers if you want. Because there's sometimes people come to stream, they ask about the most random fighting games.
Yep,
They'd be
true.
like, "Can you play? Yo, is this character good in Smash Brothers? Can I play? What about DOA? Is DOA harder to play than Tekken? Like people would like dead ass ask you all of that.
They'd be like, yo, is Captain Falcon beats out? I'm like,
Yeah,
hell yeah, dude,
hell yeah,
facts.
man. Talking about that, they should come out with a new F-Zero game, man. That game is fire, man. The
Yeah,
Racing
they need
Boys,
to. Yeah, I
yes,
remember that.
that joint was lit. So yeah, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. This is my first time doing this. I'm gonna invite more guests like Real Noodle. Be sure to like and comment. I'm gonna put all his socials on the link too on the bottom, so y'all can follow him, check out his stream, and everything. So yeah, I'm gonna have more guests on the show. Even in the comments, man, write somebody you might want me to put on, like maybe a little Majin, maybe somebody. You know what I'm saying? I can't guarantee I'll get the person because some person It's kind of like Hollywood, you know what I'm saying? Or a doctor's appointment. I gotta write a doctor's appointment. And if I can't go, you know what I'm saying? I can't get in, I can't get in. But, I'll try to get whoever y'all want. I said like I try. But I hope y'all enjoy this type of content. We're gonna do a lot more podcasts with people like Noodle. And yeah, man, be sure to check out the stream. It's fightinggm_Tekken and everything is fightinggm. And I'm gonna put all the Noodles information in the link and in the description. So yeah, everybody, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace out, everybody.
Peace.